Guten Yardening, everybody! Well, Guten Yardening, the channel, was just challenged by Hickorycroft Farms, a YouTube channel based in Ontario, Canada, to answer 9 questions in a full question challenge. We'd like to thank the folks at Hickorycroft Farm for tagging us in this challenge. They are a wonderful group of people and their channel is fantastic. They just hit 100 videos, and I gotta tell you, they have so much diverse content. Lots of different animals on their homestead, a lot of great gardening content as well, so you really need to check them out. We're gonna link them up above and in the description below. Now, fall happens to be my favorite time of year, except for the fact that a lot of our summer garden is gone. But beside that point, it is a wonderful time of year, and I'm going to answer 9 questions that hopefully provide you with a little bit of background into who I am, and maybe even into some of what drives our channel here on YouTube. So without further ado, let's get started. Question number 1. What is my favorite cool weather food? That's like asking somebody to pick their favorite song or favorite movie of all time, or even favorite book. I'm not sure that that's a fair question, to have to limit myself to one type of food. But if I had to pick one that reminds me of fall and the cool weather surrounding fall, it would have to be turkey. And it's not that turkey is the greatest meat or greatest food of all time, it's just that the memories that I have associated with this time of year, gatherings with 15, 20, 25 family members sitting around a table, multiple generations, enjoying food together, enjoying conversation together, just brings back so many memories that every time I have turkey, I think back to those moments, and they're moments of absolute enjoyment. Question number 2. What is your favorite cool weather smell? Well, there's no contest here. My favorite cool weather smell is 100% the smell of a wood-burning stove. Now, I live in an urban area, but there are still people around here who have wood-burning stoves, and the smell drifts through the air. And I don't think there's anything quite like that smell on a cool, crisp day, just rushing, that smoke rushing into your nose. And that definitely takes me back to my childhood. I think until I was maybe 5 years old, we had a wood-burning stove, and I'm originally from the state of West Virginia, and the winters down there, they can get pretty cold. And I do remember being bundled up as close to that wood-burning stove as possible without touching it, because that doesn't feel good, and trying to stay warm. We had the little black knobs on the front that you would loosen and close, and I seem to remember there was at least one incident where we had a nice little chimney fire as well. But I still, to this day, think fondly about those wood-burning stoves. The smell, my grandmother had a wood-burning stove for years. It's just such a familiar smell, and again, it evokes all these wonderful memories for me. Question number 3. What is your favorite place to view the fall? Well, I live in the state of Wisconsin, and falls here are absolutely stunning. But growing up in West Virginia and traveling back and forth between West Virginia and Maryland, some of my favorite views were in the mountains of West Virginia. And I gotta tell you, I'm not sure if there are that many places on earth that could beat some of those mountain scenes. Really, it looks like a postcard. It looks like something you'd put together in a puzzle, and it's just stunningly beautiful to stare at. Those mountain ridges covered in the oranges and reds. Absolutely my favorite place to view fall. Question number 4. What is your favorite fall color? Well, again, this one's no contest for me, although I know there are a lot of mixed opinions about fall colors. I absolutely love bright red. In our area, there are a few maples that have turned red, and it is absolutely stunningly beautiful. The other colors, I will go along and say they are beautiful as well. I love the yellows, I love the oranges, fantastic, but something about that red, that vibrant red, really does it for me. I mean, it may have something to do with the fact that my favorite non-fruit tree is a Japanese maple, which is also red. I don't know, but I am obsessed with that red. Question number 5. What is a movie that puts you in a fall mood? Well, the movie that I think of when I think of fall is Robin Williams' Dead Poets Society, which if you've never seen it, you really should. But it's set in Vermont in the fall at an all-boys academy. And the thing that I love about this movie, well, there's many things I love about this movie, but one of the things I love about this movie is Robin Williams is an English teacher. He's trying to teach creativity and writing and inspire his students to do something more than just think along the lines of what everyone else considers to be what you should learn. And as a teacher, which is my other job, as a teacher, I try to inspire students as much as I can, just like when we're here on this channel, we're trying to inspire the growers and those of you who are gardening, yardening, maybe for the first time. And we're trying to pass on some of what we know and learn as much as possible as well. In that movie, Robin Williams teaches the kids about carpe diem, the idea of seize the day. And he says at one point, we are all food for worms, meaning that eventually we're not going to be here. And so while we are here, we've got to take advantage of what we can do, what we can produce, what we can make, and what we can share with other people. And that drives this channel majorly. Question number 6. What is the best fall event? Well, there are a ton of fall festivals. People go around to the corn mazes, and there's just a lot of activities, a lot of outdoor activities in the fall just to enjoy nature. And frankly, that's one of the reasons why I enjoy the fall so much, whether it's apple picking, which again, we just got 3 apples from our tree for the first time ever, or whatever that is. That's enjoyable to me, spending time outside. But if I had to pick one thing, I would say from an early time, and I haven't done this in years, and so now I'm getting a little bit wistful about this, but my number one thing would just be a simple hayride. Because in a hayride, you can enjoy the outside, you're with other people, you're relaxing, you're kind of just opened up to everything there in the fall. And you can see all of those other wonderful sights of the pumpkins and the corn mazes, etc. Question number 7. What is your favorite fall memory? When I was in high school, I ran indoor track, outdoor track, and cross country. I was a distance runner, and far and away cross country was my favorite sport. Absolutely my favorite sport. And the thing that I loved the most about cross country was running along for 5, 6, 7, 10 miles with my friends. All of my friends together, talking, having a great time. And the cross country season takes place in the fall. And we got to run along the Appalachian Trail, the towpath there in Maryland. We got to spend time on these cross-country courses that were all the way in the woods, all out in nature. And as the season changed, as we got farther into fall, it was always fantastic to be out there enjoying ourselves. And absolutely, 100%, some of my favorite moments happened outside on those courses. Absolute favorite fall memories. Question number 8. What is an irrational fall fear that you have? When I was younger, I saw a TV show about a woman putting on her shoes and there was a spider inside. And I kind of think that as the fall progresses, as things get colder, those little critters probably want a place that's a little bit warmer to hide. And I do leave my shoes outside and my gloves outside, and so sometimes, read that as all the time, before I put on my shoes, I will bang them on the ground to make sure there are no spiders in there. And the same thing with the gloves. I'll smack them on my hand, make sure that nothing's gonna come out. Is that irrational? I don't know, you can judge that. Question number 9. What is a funny fall memory that you have? Growing up, we did not do trick-or-treating. It just wasn't a thing my family did. But I remember one time, and I had to be maybe 3 or 4 years old, where I was given the opportunity to dress up as Dracula. And I remember this to this day, so it must have been pretty traumatic. They dressed me up, they put makeup all over, they gave me fangs, and then they stood me up in my grandmother's house. They stood me up on the counter in the bathroom, on the sink in the bathroom, to look in the mirror, and I saw myself, and I started crying like crazy because I did not know who that was in the mirror, and I knew it wasn't me. And maybe that's what put me against Halloween for all time to come. I just don't want anybody else to experience that kind of madness. I absolutely love fall, and I hope answering some of these questions gave you some insight into who we are and, again, what drives our channel and what drives us as people to provide and give back to those that we can. Now that I've answered these questions, I have the opportunity to tag 2 more YouTubers out there in our community. I have to tell you, it's a wonderful community. Those of you who have invested your time in sharing your knowledge with us, we truly appreciate it. And we're going to tag those 2 channels right now. Those 2 channels are as follows. Dan Permaculture Food Forest. Dan is located in Florida, so you might not think that fall means all that much because, well, Florida is nice and warm all year round. But Dan didn't always live in Florida, and I would love to hear what he has to say about these questions. You should definitely check out Dan's channel. We've linked it above, and it's in the description below. He has a lot of video content out there. He's incredibly knowledgeable, and what a great personality he is to watch and to learn from. The second channel we're going to tag is Turf Therapy. And Turf Therapy is your go-to for your lawn and garden questions. He is incredibly knowledgeable, his content is engaging, wonderful personality, and we'd love to hear what he has to say about fall. Thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like and comment, share and subscribe, and most importantly, and as always, remember, when you're with us, you are good to grow.